Hey everyone, so I realized I have been vlogging monthly, if I am remembering correctly. It was unintentional, but I think it's because I really like talking to the camera, and essentially this is kind of like a video diary. And the reason why I like doing these vlogs is that on my end, it does not require much editing or not at all, but I might incorporate some editing later. But I really do like these sit down talks where I tell you how my month has been going so far or how my day has been. So we have 4 topics today, as mentioned in the title. So the first one is Vlogmas. So I have uploaded 3 videos for Vlogmas. I did one unboxing and 2 coloring videos. I plan on doing 3 more coloring videos and a second unboxing, and I think that should be it for Vlogmas. So most likely they'll be out before Christmas. I'm taking a break from coloring because my wrist my wrist needs a break, because for me, like, once I start coloring, I keep going, but I don't realize how much strain it might have on my wrist. So I need to take care of my physical health first. But look forward to more coloring videos. I do plan to edit those more heavily, in the sense that I realize, so the way I do my coloring videos is, the process is I actually use a document camera. So I actually record the screen on my laptop, and then I crop it so the sides are out so it looks nicer. And I use AF lock so it doesn't get blurry anymore. Because with my first coloring video and my first origami video, I did not put AF lock and it was blurry in some portions. So now it looks a lot better. And then after I finish recording the screen, I go into iMovie, and then I speed up in certain places. But normally it's like one huge chunk that's sped up 4 times the speed. However, I realized that 4 times, like, even though I increased the speed by 4, like 4 times the normal speed, it's still pretty slow, in the sense that there are certain parts that can be sped up, and then there are certain parts that can be a little bit slower too. So I'm going to try to reduce those videos to like 10 minutes long, and of course I'll incorporate like different kinds of music. I've been using YouTube music, and then at the very end, end of my videos, I normally have a picture and to show like the final result, so then you have like a clearer view of it. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to do, I will still do 4 times the speed in certain places, but I'm most likely, like for the bigger portions of the coloring, I might do 8 times the speed. So it'll be still 4 times for like the little details, and then 8 times, or maybe like 16 or 20 times, or whatever I feel like for certain portions. And if people want to rewatch it again, they can. But I do want to decrease the speed, so then, and it'll also be faster to upload as well. And I also want to practice more of my editing skills, because normally I just talk from the webcam, which is really nice too. I just want to increase the variety. Okay, so that's it for Vlogmas. Decluttering. Okay, so I am less attached to my travel souvenirs and less attached to certain gifts that I got years back. Yes, years back. And so that makes me want to like give them to people who would appreciate them more than me. I am not doing extreme decluttering because I think that would be very difficult for me at the moment. I have been sending and posting a lot of pictures asking people if they want these things for free. And the reason why I'm giving them away for free is because, one, most of the things, well, actually, no. Okay, so like it's more the fact that I care more about space, like decluttering faster instead of selling, and I would not make that much off of selling, because selling takes a lot of time and effort, and you're not really sure who would buy your stuff. And actually, the things that people would want to buy from me are things I actually want to keep, so I'm not giving those or selling those away at all. So what I'm saying is that I am decluttering on a small scale, and it's normally like keychains, jewelry, especially. Okay, I love bracelets, but the thing is, I don't know if you can tell, but my wrist is like really tiny, and it's just that's just how it is. So yeah, I buy a lot of bracelets, but then when they come in, or later on, I realize, oh shoot, this is huge. There are some bracelets that I've gotten as gifts as well, but they're also kind of big. So the only bracelets that I'm keeping are the ones that can actually fit my wrist nicely without it like going onto my hand. And yeah, I'm just saving those, and I'm just giving away bracelets to those who would like them. What else am I decluttering? Things that are essentially useless to me or that I have too much of, I'm giving those away. So even though I'm only like giving away small items, I think they're starting to get a little bit bigger. Small to small, medium items, it makes room for more space. Like, believe it or not, it makes a lot more room for space, because I use like every nook and cranny that I can find to store things in. And even having a little bit more space makes a huge difference. And it's also less things to dust off. Because I realized I've been cleaning and dusting things that I barely use. So like, why do I have to go through all this extra effort? And it's just better to just either give it away to someone else. And if it's super valuable, I would, I guess, sell it. But the thing is, there's nothing that has been that valuable that I would want to sell. Like, if it was super valuable, I would want to keep it for myself. And people have different like definitions of value. So yeah, I've been decluttering. It has been very good for my mental health. There are times when I'm super borderline. So then I watch extreme decluttering videos like, yes, so you know, like with Marie Kondo's method, the KonMari method, does it spark joy? And sometimes the answer is yes, but it's more of the fact that it's the memories that you remember. Like, do I see myself using it again in the future? And if the answer is no, I would most likely want to give it away to someone who would actually use it. And I don't want to keep it like sitting in like certain places. I mean, as we get older, it's inevitable that we will have more and more things. We just have to change our habits. I definitely do see myself buying more travel souvenirs when the pandemic blows over. And I also see myself giving them away to other people. It's more of the fact that I like shopping. So I buy it in the moment because it feels good, and then I admire it for a while, and then unfortunately I kind of forget about them. And then when I rediscover them, I think about giving them away to someone who would appreciate it. Essentially, the souvenir is still doing its purpose. I'm just like not using it anymore. Or yeah, I'm not using it anymore, but I do see myself buying stuff, but I do try to be mindful. Some souvenirs that I still use are a little pouch and a little coin purse, because they're practical. So I think when I shop again, I will probably either mainly buy food, and you know, that has to be consumed, or I will buy things that are practical. Yeah, so I'm very grateful that people can take things off my hands. I don't have enough to give to a donation center, but I do have things that other people find of value, and I'm happy that the things that I no longer want are going into happier homes. Okay, so the third topic is, or that I want to talk about, is my channel name. In my first video, I briefly explained the meaning behind my name, but I'm going to re-explain it because it's been a while and I'm not sure if I explained it super clearly. But Cindy Tangerini, Cindy is my nickname, and Tangerine is just an extension of my last name. And I like tangerines, but they're not necessarily my favorite fruit. I mean, I like them, but I like other fruits as well. And the reason why I like this nickname is because no one else has it, and it's very unique. However, I have thoughts about like changing my channel name just because I want something different, because this has been my username since I created it, since middle school. One sec. And the reason why it's been my username is, like I said, no one else uses it. So then I don't have to think about it. When I want to create a new account, I just use it as my username. But I'm thinking about changing it to something different. I don't think I'll change it like immediately or right away. And I'm not exactly sure what I want to change my channel name to. I just want to make I just want to do something different, but it might not happen like, actually it might not even happen like before this year is over. But I do have thoughts about changing my name, and it's just good to experiment every now and then. And I guess in a sense it's kind of like moving on. But yeah, the reason why my username is Cindy Tangerine, because it looks like, you know, my actual name ish, and because it's a username that no one else has at all. And if I find someone else who uses this username, I'd be very surprised, and I would like to meet that person. It's like, hey, how did you come up with this name as well? Anyway, the last thing I want to talk about is job hunting. So I told myself that, okay, so right now I am fun employed. Fun, F-U-N. So, which basically means it's a combination of fun plus unemployed together. Hence, fun employed, because I'm having fun, but I do not have a job. It's a word that my friend made up, or maybe someone else already made it up on the internet and I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I am currently job hunting. Won't get into too much detail, but I did, I told myself as a reward for, so I'm in the job application process. So so I just finished applying for a couple of jobs, and my reward for finishing applying for those 2 jobs was to make this video. So here I am. Recently I've been rejected, obviously, which is why, you know, I'm here, but it's fine. Like, you get used to it. Like, you totally get used to it. Like, you should expect more rejections than acceptances, because that's just how it is. So, but the good thing is that I am in the mood to keep applying, and all my documents are already formed. So basically, it becomes easier. Like, the job hunting process becomes easier the more you do it and the more you apply. You just keep going and going and going. Rejection emails, possibly. Actually, rejection emails are better than not hearing at all. Sometimes you might have to take a test. Sometimes you might have to get an interview, and hopefully it'll lead to the job. However, if you don't get the job, at least you have interview practice, and that's the way I see it. So those are the main things that have happened in my life this month for the time being, in a nutshell. So I hope you enjoyed listening to me speak, and I hope you have an amazing day. Have a good one.